What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J. Cool.
Well, I know for a fact that you don't want to get into details of the first question I'm about to ask you, but today, you together with political advisor to the president, Levin Goma, did file a complaint to police against, individuals like Emmanuel JJ Banda and others that have been accusing you of abducting Honorable JJ Banda. Why was this important for you?
Well, it is what it is, and it is according to what the legal minds that were present there today spoke about, and having to go back to what we promised the Zambian people, that we shall be able to give them ability to exercise their freedom to express themselves, and also their ability to be able to see relevance, dignity, and respect in the governance arms being restored. So we, when they're in exercise of our democratic rights and our constitutional obligation to make sure that we respect the rule of law, and the rest the police will be able to do. And I do believe that also there are variable legal frameworks in this country and legal minds that will be able to advise professionally with a lot of effectiveness and efficiency, so that we as citizens, we are advised on how best we can coexist and live together.
Is it surprising that you, among many others of the Upnd, have been picked out as one that is being accused of abducting a member of parliament?
Much as the subject matter may be interesting to have a conversation on, I have stated with due respect that I may not be in the position to divulge much more than what was already explained by the legal minds present. I don't want to get to discuss what the lawyers or the police, the investigations here on television, we give them credence and the space for them to operate freely.
Does it worry you that the Upnd is being dented with this image that you're committing these crimes?
I don't know which crime was committed and where, but we are aware that even you as them on television did hear many citizens that were telling us Zambians that they are capable to hide their children, and they are also capable to hide because they have got money as members of parliament. And I don't know what worries you for a person, a citizen like me, or Honorable Levin Goma, to go and report themselves and report to the Zambia police over what is obtaining. What is in the public domain is that you have got people that have gone even to the extent of saying themselves they have got larger numbers in the security wings of the country against a certain grouping of people. You have hosted people that want to talk about divisions in the country. So I do believe that you have got more information and you've got better data than I do.
This is a very serious accusations. Do you intend to pursue this matter further in suing Honorable JJ Banda, or does it just end at issuing these strong warnings?
To retort what the lawyer did say in the afternoon, we will be advised accordingly. You will be advised accordingly, and I think statements were issued and given to you. We will not be able to discuss that matter with all due respect.
Are you failing to control your card as chairman, Travor Mwinde? We saw you out in party officials, Kanema as well, threatening violence on President Edgar Lungu. Are you failing to control your party officials and your card as chairman?
The narrative and the writing is right on the wall. We have just come to observe and know that President Edgar Lungu does not have any proper consideration for the Zambia police, but he has a lot of consideration for cadres.
What do you mean?
And when he heard the Upnd leadership having to say that we are removing cadres, he felt that now the chickens have gotten home to roast. So he took it upon himself that he can do almost anything that which he can. But we are also well aware. The narrative is very fresh in our minds as Zambian youths. We are still mourning certain beloved individuals that we lost under the watch of ECL. And the Zambia police, we want to commend them and thank them for their doing a commendable job in making sure that they are restraining him, because the levels of dissatisfaction saw him lose by 1 million votes.
Are you failing to control your cadres, Chairman?
And when you talk about control is one other word. The response that which the cadres are getting, it is a feedback from his behavior when he was in leadership and his behavior now that he's out of leadership.
You don't see anything wrong with that insulting behavior that your cadres exhibited at Drug Enforcement Commission?
Just because people went through stuff under former President Edgar Lungu doesn't mean cadres must still bring back cadreism now.
Which question, dear colleagues, would I be able to answer? The one that have been asked by Mr. Mwansa or yours?
Both.
I need to answer one question at a time. In terms of being bothered, we were tortured. We were taken to jail. For 18 months, I was in Chimbokaira. I have institutional memory of how I was even chained on the bed in a hospital. There is no amount of talk, cheap talk, that which can change the mindsets of people, good people that suffered almost in similar circumstances, even when they didn't do anything. So when you look at the cadres in this country, almost every average United Party for National Development cadre, including my National Youth Chairperson, had they go to the Zambia police cells under the leadership of ECL. If our president, His Excellency Rgime, has decided that we let the bygones be gone, we appreciate and we respect and value the statement, and he means well to the general public. But do we then accord the same status to the people that are insulting him day in and out as his lieutenants? The answer is a no.
Make us understand one thing, Chairman. Make us understand one thing. Your boss, your national chairman, went on TV not so long ago, 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, to publicly apologize to the nation and President Edgar Lungu over the insults that were showered. You seem to be speaking a different language. You seem to be justifying what those cadres did to the old man, President Edgar Lungu.
The behavior signature of the PF and the struggle credentials are different. Our experience and our exposure is quite different. We may be from the same political party, and their experiences, and I do believe that he told also the nation that, do you know how much we suffered? Sir, we were compelled every time that we arrive and entering, even in a town as far as Sorwezi. You are just landing innocently, you are going to your farm, you are going to sleep in the cells without any explanations. You are going into Chipata to go and see your father-in-law, you have to sleep in the cells. You are going to Kasama, the first place you have to visit, even when you have money or you are not even on a political move whatsoever.
But Chairman, you're a leader now. The president says, let bygones be bygones.
You still seem to be traumatized.
That is why.
You still seem to be traumatized.
Maybe you're still bitter that this is something that you went through under President Lungu.
There is no amount of bitterness and there is no amount of drama. We must speak the same way. If you are coming to ask for forgiveness, as Given Rubinda put it, that we were big-headed before as Patriotic Front, and we had our own mistakes as a political party in leadership then. then we also expected them to come with clean hands. We are not expecting a career kind of environment where politics are the order of the day in the morning, afternoon, push and pull kind of politics with a lot of unpalatable, with the possibility of trying to put the country on fire. When we accorded them an opportunity to lead this country, we experienced things, sir. We went to Rwanda. Before we could even step a foot on the ground, we were tear gassed. A helicopter was almost being put down in Shwangando. We had women, Madam Maureen Mwanawansa, even the current vice president. The helicopter was attacked against the International Charter of Aviation. You see, the standards, sir, must be that what is good for the goose must also be good for the gander.
But now you are a leader, and let's look into the future. That happened before. What does the future of the UPND look like in as far as creating a safe space to do politics is concerned? Are you still going to look at what President Lungu did to you before? Of course, a bad should always be condemned as a bad. I mean, you've talked about how many people died under the watchmanship of President Edgar Lungu, but that shouldn't happen now, isn't it?
Unless you tell me that you are the confessor and you are the pastor. If you are a journalist and you would want to have a narrative of what happened, you have called a man with experience and exposure and who felt what it means to lose comrades. I recruited the people that died, and I'm not going to change the amount of the amount of words that which I can use here. Otherwise, maybe you are trying to correct me that I may make a mistake, but I will be as accurate as I have always been.
Well,
and I will be as steadfast as I have always been. We have endured the West. And at a time when we are supposed to allow His Excellency the President to govern the country, I mean, it's the hardships that which were created by people. First of all, they said Hakainde Hichilema will not manage to govern. Hakainde Hichilema will not manage to even negotiate or restructure the debt. Hakainde Hichilema will not even manage to talk to the IMF. They changed the 4 finance ministers to try and have audience with the IMF. They failed. Within 90 days or 120 days, the UPND managed to table and have a fruitful conversation where they were given a 0 rate in terms of interest rate loan. And the government of Zambia and the citizens of Zambia are about to start benefiting from a good leadership of His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema. Now here comes a man who created wealth for his family. Within 1 year, he moved from being a 1 million person in his bank account. He goes and he gets himself to a 23 million kwacha. A 23 million kwacha, he goes to USA and spends 17 million in 2 days. Then you want to still say we had leadership. There was a vacuum in this country in terms of leadership. We appreciate that if at all it was only leadership, it would have been another thing. But leadership coupled with political violence, that's how we could not stomach as Zambian.
What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J Cool.
Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, J Cool, and turn on the notification bell, cause I'm gonna see you in the next video.